how to get started, how to launch our Unreal Engine. When you open your Epic Games, you go down to from your Unreal Games, Unreal Engine, you go down to Library. We have our Install Real Engine version here. Click on Launch and wait for it to open. Now it opens down to our Unreal Engine browser, project browser, and up here we have our recent work, just like the one on your computer you call my work, and we have our games where you select one of these templates you can work with. Let's say we work with third person. Make sure is set to blueprint, and make sure your starter content is is checked. And down here is where you add your project name. So for this, let's call it first hour. Now you will see that the project name may not contain a space. In other words, there is a space here. So you click and remove this, and you click on your create. Now it's going to launch our first hour project, third person first hour project. So now this is the project that is in this particular template that we can work with, and how to navigate around. When you hold your alternate key, you drag up and down to view around top and bottom around the project. Now we also have holding your right clicking views right and angle and left clicking top and bottom. Here's our project. Now we also have right click in up and down, left click in and out. Then you can, when you click hold your left click, when you click hold and use your W for forward, your A for left, your D for right, and your S for backward. This is how to navigate. And up here we have our toolbar. Why this is to select an object, this is as well to move the object, this is to rotate the object, and this option is to scale an object, which you have to select an object to move it. Let's say you use this to select an object, the object is selected. As you can see, you use this to move it with these angles you have here with this arrow. The red one is to move top and bottom according to this direction they are pointing, this and this. Then this is to take it up, top, up and down. You have this. Then we also have, when you press your F, is to zoom into the focus selected object, to focus on the selected. So if I click on this, I can press on F, it focus on it. Meanwhile, you can double click on this from the outliner palette to focus on it. If you double click on this, it's going to focus on this. And with this tool, you can as well move it left side, right side. So we also have the rotation to rotate it as you want. We have the angle rotations, and we have the other rotation, and as well we have this for scale object. So this is like increasing this object. So scaling means resizing. Meanwhile, these tools also have option here in the detail palette. You can see your transform, and in this detail palette you can see your transform. Under your transform, you see have scaling, rotation, and location, which are the same things you can use. This is to select, this is location, which is where you're taking it to. As you can see, the location palette is changing XY, and also we also have the rotation. As I rotate it, it affects the figures down here as well. And for scaling as well, you can scale it from this angle and see how the tallness and wideness is being affected. So that is how to scale around here, to walk around in your environment. Then the next thing you need to pay attention to is how to bring in a content, how to bring in a content into your working environment. So you go down here. On by default you have this content drawer down here. Click on the content drawer, because all the contents that are used in creating this profile that are in this template are already listed down here. Starters. So for example, you want let's say we are adding a probe, and you can type a probes down here, and you see all the probes that are here, all the items that are here. You have a chair. You can choose to bring the chair here. So how to bring the item? Click hold on this. We can add a little chair here. We can still go ahead and add little bushes. By this side you can duplicate. You duplicate using your other tool. Hold your alternate to duplicate left side. So this is alternate to duplicate. And also we also have down here, we have dock layers. When you click on dock layer, it can take you to other content you want to bring in. So we also have steps in case you want to add step to this. As you can see, this step is actually a very small size step. You can scale it from this angle and this angle topward. Now as you can see, it's facing wrong wall, so in other words you can rotate it with the rotation tool, and then you can move it with the move tool. So you can scale it upward if you want this. So a normal step shouldn't be like this. So and you can move it as well. So here we are creating some certain things inside our workspace, and as well how to navigate around. As I've said earlier, you can control this using your outliner. Outliner is like a layer palette that every item you select, it registers itself. And that we also have the detail palette where you will use in editing. It contains the details of a particular object selected. Let's say I select this in the outliner, the position, static mode, and everything. So if I select our light, direction of light, or volumetry light, you can see how they arrange all the content that are used in creating this third person template are here. The blocks, the other blocks well grouped. We have the lightening. So if I click on this light, you can see in the detail palette where we have intensity. In other words, I can increase the intensity of the light, and the light color, I can give it a light color, as you can see. And once you do, you say okay, and now boom, this is what we have. Now when you click on play, you see we have a character here that we can rotate around using your WS backward, DA forward to move this character. You can also jump because the character has that jump effect. So once you're done, you press your escape key to go back to editing mode. So here we are, what we've gotten and we've been able to control. Next, we'll be talking about how to add more items, working with additional assets.